This week we're doing our top 5 football movies in honor of the Super Bowl. Super Bowl LV3. LVIII.
Beer glass.
You lost your beer?
Somebody took my fucking
It's too early to be losing shit. Like, how do you lose your beer? Ryan says the Chiefs. No, he's rooting for the Chiefs. No sidewalk shit city deserves a trophy.
That's funny.
People may hate it, but potentially a true detective type series. Every town has their own killer. Oh, we're talking about Halloween TV series, but all tied together by that thorn tattoo. Yeah, there's so many possibilities. I'd love to be in that writing room, like a fly on the wall.
Hey, Joe, does this look like your buddy at the gas station?
There's Bucky.
But this is from Little Beaver Brewing
Oh, they're gonna get sued. They're gonna get sued.
They're a successful brewing company down towards Southern Illinois.
Oh, well, never mind then. They got money to say fuck off.
Little Beaver Brewing Company. It looks just like your buddy.
That is funny. We were just there tonight.
Sandler's longest yard. Well, I have the longest yard on my list, but not Sandler's.
Yeah, I think you.
As you can see from Burt Reynolds in the corner there.
Oh yeah,
that was a big movie when I was a kid. My dad loved
it.
I
bet
movie.
you my number 5 is going to be one of Joe's favorites too.
Ooh.
I sense it's one of Joe's.
All right, so I'll start it, and I'll shoot the one right across the bow because Mr. Burt Reynolds is in the corner. My number 5 is The Longest Yard, 1974, the OG.
Straight for the greatness.
Movie that turned 50, right? We talked about.
Yeah. When we talked about movies turning 50, that was one of the movies we mentioned. Turning 50.
Boop, 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 boop.
That's fucking awesome. That is amazing.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Good.
How about you, Big Joe?
Oh, brother. So this movie, I remember they showed this movie to me in school. They actually, remember the teacher wheeled in the big TV. Remember the big old TV? And they had it strapped down to that big old.
Oh, yeah.
On the cart?
Yeah, on the cart. They bring it in. And this movie, I don't remember what class we was in, but the teacher played this movie. It was called Brian's Song.
Brian's Song.
The Bears movie.
James Caan.
James Caan. Billy D. Williams. It was the life of Brian Piccolo, who ended up getting terminal cancer and stuff. And I remember that movie was sad as fuck, man. That we cried.
Well made, dude.
We fucking cried in class. We cried.
Yeah, heartbreaking movie.
And that movie has always stuck with me, man. Through all these years of me growing up, I just always remember that movie, Brian's Song. It was an ABC movie. Remember that?
Yep.
It was. That's why it was okay to watch it. It wasn't inappropriate or anything. But it was just, I think it had something to do. They wanted us to watch it because of like racism. I think we were talking about slavery or something like that. It might have been history or some shit like that. But yeah, this movie was amazing. So that's my number 5.
All right, so I'm gonna shoot one. I'm gonna blow something from our first episode of the Halloween and Michael Myers Collectors podcast because I told I told Brett I've been screenshotting certain things on eBay, like what the fuck is this for the podcast, like because you collected, and this was one that popped up and I screenshot it because I was like, what the fuck is this? So let me share my screen just because you're mentioning Brian's Song. So for $9.99, you can get a DVD new sealed movie, Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis, THX John Carpenter. And here is it. It's Brian's Song.
What the hell? Get out of here.
Whoever listened, it just put the wrong fucking picture up.
That's a matching one. Thank you, sweetheart.
That is insanely creepy.
So it's so weird how you brought that up, and I was like, I was saving this for the podcast. So I've been screenshotting like, are you fucking out of your mind type things from eBay to show on the collectors because we buy a lot of stuff on eBay, especially a lot of hardcore collectors. And I'm just looking for weird shit, and this popped up, and I'm like, yeah, you put the wrong picture up, buddy.
That is hilarious.
That's wild.
That is insane. Because I'm assuming y'all don't have Brian's Song on y'all's list, right?
It's not on my list. I know the movie, but it's not going to make my list. Yeah.
I figured it wouldn't be, but I just remember how important this movie is to me. So That's
It's a
crazy.
good movie.
Fucking crazy though. That's crazy.
Shockingly, I don't even have that on my list, and I think my dad would be mad at me since it's technically a Bears movie.
Forrest Gump, honorable mention. Yeah, I guess he did play football.
Yeah,
Oh,
Forrest
yeah.
Gump. Go with
What
that.
about you, Big Brady?
Okay. It's a fun children's comedy. Little Giants. I hope you both have seen Little Giants.
Oh,
It only takes one time. One time.
Rick Moranis, Ed O'Neill. So much fun. What's the girl's name? What was her nickname, Joe?
The Icebox.
Icebox. She's done conventions. I got her to sign the poster. And Devin Sawa. Devin Sawa's in there at a young age.
Devin Sawa. God.
That's right.
Yeah,
Junior.
I love that movie. It's a good little underdog story.
I love is it Spike?
Yep.
Oh, that movie's so good. The annexation of Puerto Rico. I love the cameo of all the football players, Emmitt Smith and all those guys. That was cool.
Yep, that was cool.
John Madden. Like, come on, man, it's amazing.
My wife just came down and she's like, "You're sitting in the seats." I'm like, "Of course I am."
She gives me that look that my wife gives me when she passes by, and I'm doing this. She just looks at me and goes,
Damn shame. Shame. Oh, that's awesome. Good pick, man.
Can't count how many times we had to watch The Blind Side in school, but it's super nostalgic now.
Yeah, it's a good one.
For me, so my number 4. Now this one is definitely from left field, but a big fan of this movie. There were parts of it that were funny, not necessarily because we're not doing horror movies. There's a lot of comedy in it. One of my favorite actresses, who I always thought was hot as hell. A little disappointed because you do see her assets in this, and I was like, I was a little mixed about how they looked. But 1986's Wildcats.
Oh wow, that's with what's her name? Goldie.
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's where you get to see her boobs.
Woody Harrelson.
You actually get to see her tits in that.
That's a
Wesley Snipes. Yep.
Your tit.
Wesley Pipes.
Who's Wesley Pipes?
The best part of that movie is the cheerleaders. You remember the cheerleaders?
Mm-hmm.
You're ugly. What? You ugly. UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly.
Yeah, you ugly.
All their cheers were so fucking funny. It was hysterical.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Wildcats.
Now I got to go watch it now because you said that. I didn't remember that part, but I'm gonna check it out. Damn it, boy. Oh man. Okay. I guess my number 4 is gonna be 1993's Rudy Rudiger, man. That movie motivated me as a kid to always. I just remember personally being a kid that when I was growing up and playing sports, I wasn't the most physically gifted, but I would outwork anybody and everybody. I would always be in the gym. I'd always work out, and the coaches always recognized that, and hard work did pay off. So it all came from this movie, even though it might have been, a little bit far-fetched, and they glorified it big time. But Rudy's that movie for me, man. That's all about that motivation, bro. Fuck,
it's that
man.
Cinderella story. It's
Cinderella, little man who could, all that stuff.
The real Rudy comes around to the sports collector shows here periodically.
Does he really?
Very nice guy. Yeah, little guy, just like Sean Astin.
Yeah, that's right. It was so good. I mean, it was sad his friend died and all that stuff, and he overcame so much, and he taught himself how to do all kinds of things, and get good grades and make the team, and fucking all determination. And even though his family made it hard for him, so I kind of felt the same way in my family. So that movie's great.
I'm with you on that. That's my next film. Is Rudy? There's no doubt about it.
I
Love the
forgot about
music
that.
in it. Sean Astin played a great role. You got a lot of good people in it. Chelsea Ross, who was in Major League, and he's in a lot of other films. Great, good people in this. But I just like, it's that Cinderella story. It's just that happy, motivational film, like you're saying, Joe. It's
great. It had a lot of
so
big
much
names. Vince Vaughn was in it as one of his first movies. Then what's his name?
John Favreau.
Yeah, John Favreau, the director of Iron Man. The guy from Surviving the Game. He was the maintenance man supervisor.
Charles S. Dutton.
Yeah, Charles S. Dutton. He was in there.
Formerly in H2O, right? I think they shot it, right, Pat? Then they take it out.
That's fucking amazing. So amazing. So yeah, great cast too, man. Great cast. What's his name? The new coach from Major League. He was the new football coach towards the end. Joe Boo. Joe Boo needs a refill. What's his name?
Yeah, Chelsea Ross.
Yeah, that guy.
Chelsea
That
Ross
guy.
is the
I
author.
can never remember his name. That guy. That guy's
Yeah.
fucking weird looking. Anyway,
Up your butt, Joe Boo.
up your butt.
Remember, he's the one that's like, what's he, the politician in the box in The Last Boy Scout when Damon Wayans whips the football in his face?
Yeah, he throws it, hits him right in the face. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right. I like how it's all tied together. I love it. It's another Danielle Harris movie.
All fits together. Coordinate.
Speak. Speaking
We'll
of
show her again later before we
Oh, yeah.
depart.
for sure.
For me, my number 3, of course, he's to the left of Brady, the Water Boy. Gotta love the Water Boy.
This water is from a glacier.
Such a fun friggin'. I
What's
mean,
the matter,
Adam,
boy? Too stupid?
Adam Sandler's an acquired taste, but to me, it's still one of his funniest movies.
Oh, by far.
He was coming off of all the Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison love. It was quite the feat to try to get up to those films, but it's still fun.
And what has he done lately? I mean, the last thing he did was that
He's been doing stuff periodically.
he did that Halloween one with that Hubie Halloween. I think that was the last one I saw.
sequel to that movie with Jennifer Aniston, that murder mystery.
Yeah, he did Righteous
Oh, I didn't
Gems,
see it.
and then
Yeah,
he did that basketball movie. What's that basketball movie? Damn it. It was that basketball movie. You remember he had the NBA player guy from overseas, and he like got him drafted and shit. I forgot that movie.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking of. I just remember that tense movie like you're talking about where he's the jewelers, runs the jewelry store. That's a tough movie to watch.
Yeah, he's been doing some stuff, more dramatic shit.
Yeah,
no more that fucking that was that.
Ronnie?
That's right.
21?
That's right. Ronnie.
Hey!
He's doing fine.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't say he was. I'm sure he can burn money for all he cares.
Frickin'
I would have thought
all
watching
that
him
money
years
out
ago.
there, right, Ronnie?
I mean, come on, how much money that guy would have?
It's funny is like he's brought everybody with him, like David Spade, Chris Rock, all those guys that he does movies with. He's brought them along, man.
Yeah.
He's brought them along for the ride, and he's the man. He's the man. He's fucking rich as hell.
I gotta watch those 2 movies again where they go out vacationing. What are those movies again? They made 2 of them.
Oh yeah. Damn it. I can see the grown-ups.
Grown-ups, yeah.
That's right.
They're fun.
Oh yeah.
He was married to Selma Hayek in that movie. I'm like, oh god.
Of course he would
Imagine
do that.
Kicked his coverage there.
Of course.
Yeah.
What about you, Big Joe? Number 3.
Number 3. Oh, okay. So that's getting really hard because there's a lot of great football movies, but this movie, I know it sounds corny, but I just remember loving the interaction between Jerry Maguire and the character played by Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
Show me the money, baby. Show me the money. Little Jonathan Lipnicki was cute in that movie. Renee Zellweger. That movie was great to me. I loved that movie, Jerry Maguire. I don't know why. It's just a guilty pleasure for me. It's a fucking amazingly acted movie. Kelly Preston was in it for a little bit. She's a babe. You see all the was it Joe? What's his name? Something Connell. Jerry O'Connell was in
Jerry
it.
O'Connell.
You get all these cameos, all these football players, and it was just amazing. Amazing movie. I love it. Jerry Maguire kicks ass.
Got it. Hey, got Cuba Gooding Jr. an Oscar.
I'm free balling.
Go look at the runabout. Yeah, oh yeah, he's just. It's funny because Adam Sandler is that guy. Like either you like him or you don't. Because I talk to some people like, oh, I can't stand that guy. He's just one of those people. Either you like him or you don't.
Yeah, he's everywhere though.
It's his humor. Yeah,
he's everywhere. He is everywhere.
But then he had other movies where he actually didn't act like Adam Sandler, and he can act. You look at like was it 50 First Dates, where he's not acting like Adam Sandler, but he did so well in that. I mean, there's movies like that.
Yeah, I agree. I like Adam Sandler. I like him a lot.
Yeah, me too. Love me some Airheads. I feel like Last Boy Scout is a wild card on one of your lists. No, it's definitely not. What about you, Freddie? Number 3.
Sorry, I had my mute on. I didn't realize that.
How dare
I
you.
wouldn't have that. I like The Last Boy Scout, Tony Scott film, but there's football in it, but it's not really the focal point of the film. I kind of
Right.
feel goofy putting that on there. My number 3, I don't know, you guys might have this on your list. It's Remember the Titans. Denzel Washington, Will Patton.
That's MB's favorite movie, like of like outside of what is that shit?
Yeah, Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
That's
This is up there with her, dude. She loves this movie.
Yeah, this it's even for a Disney film, right? It's got Disney production on it. It's about I think it's in Virginia. Coach Herman Boone is integrated to be the high school football coach in that school. Was right when the African Americans were getting blended in that area with the whites, with the Caucasians, and how they all have to learn to work together to be a team. And it's such a rough battle. And Will Patton's in it. We got a Halloween alumnus in there.
Yep.
He's there as the coach, and then he stays on as the assistant coach. And remember, he's got the mouthy daughter that's helping out with the team. Remember her?
Is that Hayden? Hayden Panettiere?
Yeah.
Coach Yost. That's right.
But it's a very good film. True story, of course. Recommend that one.
Some sad ass shit that happened to Gary Bertier.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Sad shit.
Some seriously faggoty ass shit right there.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. So my number 2, I'll echo. I think it was your number 4 is Rudy. Love Rudy.
Wow.
Such a great movie. Yeah, same thing. Like it's very sentimental. I remember seeing it, and just and it's funny because I was thinking as you were talking about it before. My nephew, believe it or not, that it's sort of like Rudy, my brother-in-law's youngest son, to the point where like same thing. He's very small, but he plays sports and he tries so hard that they actually created an award at his school because Kathy's maiden name is Willow. He's Charles Willow, so we call him Chuck. So they actually created an award for him, the Chuck Willow Award, for trying so hard.
Chuck Willow.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah.
That is dope.
So yeah, it's such a good movie. It's such an inspiring movie, Rudy. I remember seeing it when it came out, and it was just like, wow, such a good film. I would love, like Brady said, you see the real Rudy. I would love to have actually met the real guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look up what he looks like, you'd be like, oh yeah, you would be like, that's
him.
They casted him perfectly.
That's awesome. Good choice, man. It's always good. Rudy's the shit. I don't care.
What about you, Deuce?
All right, my number 2. This is a tough one, but I had to. There's 2 movies that, if you know me, you know these are my top 2 football movies. Brady knows my love for this film. 1999's Any Given Sunday. Al Pacino, Jamie Foxx. The list goes on and on and on. All the cameos. James Woods. The movie is just kick ass. It is I think it's a great insight to like football players and like all the drama that goes on behind the scenes. That man, Willie Beam, and he keeps the ladies scream and think you can defeat me. You dream and all that.
Willie Beam.
That's right. Man, that movie's so great. And Al Pacino, you got a
great speech.
That last speech was amazing. So Any Given Sunday is my number 2, man. So I could watch it any time of day. Cameron Diaz, give me some.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Well, Joe, you and I got some similar tastes because that's my number 2 as well.
Yes.
Look at you.
I remember Joe saying this because when we did our best cast ensembles, that's how I remember him liking this. He had said it was one of his favorite movies.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oliver Stone film, and it's just different for Oliver Stone doing a film like this. I guess, if the NFL they were picky on using the NFL teams, that was use artificial teams, big deal. Not a problem. James Woods to me makes this movie. For me, he's such a small role as the trainer, right?
So good.
And freaking Dennis Quaid's the starting quarterback, right? And who's the backup before Willie Beeman? Remember, he gets hurt right after Dennis Quaid gets hurt? And then you got to come back here, so-and-so's hurt. It's like, what did he do? Fall off the bench?
He's like Cervini or Cervini or something like that. Yeah, Cervini.
He fell off the bench?
Hey, they need you back. Cervini's hurt. What? Would he fall off the bench? That's right.
And remember him and Pacino have that great scene where they're arguing because didn't he give the players drugs, right? Or he was...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
the
He's like, "You
enhancements.
son of a bitch!" This, that, and then he goes off on him.
And then he throws the Bob from Office Space, John C. McKinley. Remember, he throws.
That's right. Throws him down. That's great. That's just freaking great.
He had to do the public apology.
Oh man, that movie's so good, dude.
It's
like
very good. But you ever seen that? Well, I think it's in the regular version, but that director's cut. You know, Cameron Diaz is the owner, and she's walking in the locker room. Remember, the guys are shaking their hands and
they're
just with their
butt-ass
trunk
naked.
hanging out.
They're butt ass naked.
Things are swinging around back and forth, and she's just shaking her hands and shit.
Like, hey, how's it going? I missed by Pagliacci.
So bizarre. We got Anne Margaret in there too. Remember Anne Margaret's in
She was
there?
the mom. Yeah, she was the mama.
Remember where were they at? Where like her and Pacino were like fucked up in the film. They're at some party.
You're like,
They're
hey.
dancing.
Yeah.
I remember watching that with my wife, and I'm like, is that going to be us when we're older? She's like, hell no. I'm like, oh, it'll be me though.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, but yeah, I just remember seeing it when it came out in '99. That's right around the time I graduated from high school, so it was seeing a lot of movies in the theater at the time. So yeah, Any Given Sunday, dude, number 2, love it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So for my number 1, this is where it shows our age difference, because I remember this movie from early days of cable, and I loved it. From 1979, North Dallas 40.
I knew it.
You got to go watch North Dallas 40.
No,
Nick Nolte, Mac Davis, Dabney Coleman's in it too.
Yes.
John Matusik is in it. It's basically a story of like a minor league football team, and like all the shit that goes on and all the partying that goes on and what it takes to just keep playing. You know, like and I'll go back out there. Basically, the shit that they banned now, but it was back then. So it's such a great movie. I love it. So what the hell is the girl? The girl in it too. Oh shit.
Gold jacket, green jacket.
Hold on, let me look. The girl that
Good
was
old
in
Willie Beeman.
Dale Haddon. Was Dale Haddon?
Second. I can't remember her name. I'll have to look it up yet. But yeah, so it's such a good movie for those of my age group, especially early cable days. You'll definitely remember North Dallas 40. It was funny because I just watched it one day. It was on Pluto one day, and I was like, "Holy shit! I haven't watched North Dallas 40 in so fucking long." But yeah, that to me was my generation's football movie. I'm old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
AARP?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Not bad, man.
AARP?
Don't be hating.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast. All right, so I guess my number 1 shows, I guess, my age, and it's not known as one of the best movies ever made, but for me, it's personally just means a lot to me because I grew up watching this movie a lot. 1999's Varsity Blues. That is literally that literally is my whole, like, growing up. When we moved here to San Antonio and I was going to middle school and I knew I was going to go to high school at Judson High School. If you know anything about Texas football, Judson High School is life. It's
right.
Everything is surrounded around football. And this movie just
everybody's at the game. Stores are closing.
Everybody, the whole community, everybody's like, this football's life. And this movie just really kind of just touched base on that, man. And I felt like I was one of those players growing up. You know, it wasn't as rural. You know, these guys are like in the middle of nowhere, but it was something like that. It was close knit. They were a family. You know, football was life, and they were getting in trouble, and they were teenagers, and they were having sex and doing bad things, and it was such a great. It's a great movie, and then it's like them versus their coach, who's like willing to do anything to win games. You know, he's injecting his players with all kinds of painkillers and doing whatever it takes. They got 18 district championships. Count them. Yeah.
Cry, you big fat fucking baby.
Now I gotta sit here and watch you whine about it. My star quarterback is dragging his leg because of you. No, that movie is just, it's amazing. He's like, you think you go to some fancy school? Bullshit. Makes me wonder if you know the difference between a sneeze and a wet fart. You're gonna be sex street your whole life, boy. Like, whoa.
They don't give awards for movies like that, but John Voight is so damn good in that movie.
Oh, he's amazing. And one of my favorite lines is one of the guys on the side talking trash about Moxon. He's like, that Moxon ain't worth the Charmin extra soft he wipes his butt with.
I just remember Vanderbeek, right, when he's the backup, right? He's sitting there with, like, reading a book behind the playbook.
Yeah.
And the coach Voight catches him. He's like, if your dad didn't play his ass out for me, I'd can your ass. Or he said something like,
I'd cut your ass.
Cut
he
your
takes
ass,
the
right?
book and he fucking flings it shit.
Your dad didn't play his heart out for me or some shit.
I'd cut your ass. I love that. For me, that scene was very important because that's when the ball came out of bounds and he was sitting there, and then he leaned down to pick it up, and that's when the coach saw the book, but he threw it back and he fucking flung that bitch. Boom! And it showed his natural talent, his arm strength. So he was naturally he was a gifted quarterback,
I want to go to Brown.
Yeah. Brown.
Fucking Brown.
My God.
So
is that your number one too, Brett?
Brown. What?
Is that your number one too?
No. That was one of my
I think it was mine because it was your number one.
No, it came out right like what Joe's saying. It's like that age when that came out. It was that came out I was in high school, so it was kind of like
I got married that year.
It's perfect. It's like the perfect high school movie, man. Perfect.
You know what I love about this topic though, because we haven't had too many topics where we all had a wide range of number ones like this. Like my number one is, if you see the title of my sub name there, it's Shane Falco. If you know who played Shane Falco,
the replacements, baby. Yes.
Number one. This is, I always say it's the major league of the football movies.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
Weird fucking characters to play on the team.
I never thought of that.
You've seen the replacements, right?
Okay. Honestly, I haven't. I completely forgot about it too.
I never thought of it that way, dude. That's crazy.
Me neither. Yeah, I never equated it to like a major league. That's true.
If you, like, it came out, it did not make any money at all. It wasn't popular. But look at the people in that. Gene Hackman and Jack Ward. You got some great people in the movie with them.
It's amazing.
Keanu Reeves, that's a different role for Keanu Reeves, and Keanu Reeves loved filming it. He had a great time making that movie.
Hey, bro, I just love ole, ole, ole.
But some are all mad and are in it, and just, the field goal kicker, he's smoking. And man's like, is he smoking? And someone else like, John, I don't know what you're seeing. He's like, oh, no, I saw the smoke and everything. Saw the cigarette.
The guy smoking on the field.
That's another one.
I love it when a fat guy scores. Remember when he says that? The sumo.
Take it easy, Shamu. Or do they take it easy? What is
Remember when the prisoner shows up and the one coach is covering his watch? He's like, is that a Rolex? He's like, no, doesn't work.
Oh, whenever the big guy, he throws up all those eggs.
Oh, God.
Like, the sumo
I know
guy.
Franny's still in the chat, but they just did a review of this Unnecessary Roughness.
You know what?
Oh.
I am shocked that's on none of our top fives.
Yeah, and the program. I can't believe
that is runner up for me, Joe.
Yeah,
runner up.
Program is just fucking incredible.
That one and Draft Day were my two runners up.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Costner.
That's right.
The problem with Draft Day is a lot of people. People don't think it's realistic with how it went down, but it's still a good film to me.
A fucking movie. Did it entertain you? Are you not entertained?
Dude, that part, the replacements were the scab, or they're called the scabs. Remember that?
Oh,
and Martell, the one quarterback, he's got his linemen outside. They tip over Keanu Reeves' truck.
Fucking.
And his two linemen are like, "Can you put the truck back?" And they're not going to do it. Then he shoots out their fucking windows.
He's like, "What
the guys, help me!"
What the hell did I just watch the other day? What do you call it? Was on the other day too? Johnny Be Good.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit.
Oh, wow. I mean, there's so many. There's so many good football movies. I mean, it just shows how great that game is. That game has just been,
why it's America's game, Joe.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, who didn't want to go out and play catch growing up? We all play catch with a football.
Joe, but you're not going to agree that the Cowboys aren't America's team. I know you're not going to agree with that.
Fuck no.
They are absolute garbage. I think the reason why I'm not a football fan. Like, I like basketball more than football. That's always been my sport.
Mm-hmm.
But just to see these fans and root for a team that just constantly lets them down year after year. Like, I get it. Like, I wish the Cowboys never won those championships in the early days. Like, I wish they never won them. So they didn't have that to just keep relying on and keep going back and back to that and back to that. Like, it's the most annoying shit ever. Like, this team was a major letdown this year. Like, I paid a little bit of attention to them and they fucking stunk it up, man.
Mm-hmm.
They were the best team in the league, arguably, and then they just fucking shat the bed.
They shit the bed.
The
Well,
owner's
the
owner's kind of a nutty old man too, so he's just.
Well, he's reaching because he's getting up there. He wants one more last hurrah. I can't say I blame him because you figure, your time's running out.
I don't know. It's really bizarre.
And they did the scene where they were laying down in the middle of the street because kids were doing it and getting run over.
That's
were
what
they?
happened.
Wow.
Yeah. They took it was in the trailer too, and they took it out. Yeah, Mike's
That's
right.
crazy.
That's a good film, though. The program.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I like how it shows all the different perspectives, all the different players.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I love that. The steroid freak, the running back, Omar Epps as the running back. That's fucking funny.
Omar Epps, he did a ton of movies like that, like Higher Learning and fucking Loving Basketball.
He's a just natural
replacement Willie Mays Hayes.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he was. He replaced Willie Mays Hayes.
That's right, bro. He's an athlete, man. And I watched Scream 2 the other night. So he got killed in the restroom. Remember, he got stabbed in the cheek.
He got stabbed in the face.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I forgot to mention. Scream 2. We watched that shit last night, no, not last night. What? Sometime this week.
Yeah, with Will Smith's wife there at the beginning.
Yeah, Jada Pinkett.
Before she went,
before
she went off the deep end.
Yeah.
that crossed my feed the other day. The slap heard around the world again too.
This one?
Yeah, baby.
I tell you, well, you can see how Will Smith played Muhammad Ali because he swung that hand quick.
Oh, he knocked the dog shit out of that boy.
But you know
that right hook
knocked him out.
Dude, Chris Rock took the high road on that shit.
For good reason too. For good reason.
That is our top 5 football movies, and let us know in the comments afterwards in the chat. Tell your friends.
Tell your sons. Tell your daughters.
Hey, honorable mention. Go watch 80 for Brady.
Thanks for watching our latest top 5 from an episode of That Horror Movie Podcast. We do That Horror Movie Podcast every Sunday night live at 8 p.m. on this channel. And every week we feature a top 5 that we all do together and share live with everybody in the chat. So if you have any ideas, by all means, drop them in the comments below. Like this video. It helps everybody find this channel. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And we will see you on Sunday nights.